y'all? It's Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live here with the homie Fluffy. We're just chilling here, gathering our thoughts. We just charged up a little bit. Took a little while just to recharge our devices and everything. Fluffy's over here stretching. But yeah, we just came home, charged up some stuff, back from delivering, serving, working, early on. We had to charge up. So, anyways, we're back. Had to do some deep meditation and few connections here and there. You know what I'm saying? But like the main thing, honestly, is just like, I feel like I'm doing this video about how things that I'm proud of, personally. So I'm just doing this off the top of my head. So number one, to be honest, is porn. So I know that's really out there, but it's honestly I feel like it will impact a lot of people. Now, you know, to be honest, I'm always going to be infatuated with the beauty of women, you know, and at the same time, with this new awakened, you know, higher nature evolution within me, I've grown to be more accountable and respectful towards myself as well as women as well, because personally, a lot of times, throughout life, what we're in schools, we hear all these rumors. We hear guys and girls saying, "Oh, go look at her butt," or "Look at his muscles," or and just a lot of rumors, a lot of shakiness, you know, things going on, behind closed doors, and just a lot of riffraff going on. A lot of rumors, a lot of stuff, especially in middle school, elementary school. That's when a lot of us found out, teenage years, to be honest, we're like, oh yeah, pornography, that's where it's at, that's where you learn how to have sex, this and that, and, it just is it's brought on to us at early ages, obviously I'm a healthy man, so I've always been healthy in my attraction towards women, you know, and at the same time, I feel like as we go through puberty towards our teenage years, that's where it really got amplified for me personally, because I didn't do any of that stuff at all, and then as we go through teenage years, throughout middle school and high school, like it's still kind of out there, that, and as well as, people messing around sexually, lustfully, whatever, intimately, whatever you want to call it. And for me personally, I'm glad to have been able to come to a point where I'm at now, of being able to abstain and hold and cultivate my sexual energy, my seed, and like, yeah, I know that's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's just the truth, honestly. And just personally, like, obviously I had school, obviously I had a lot of friends, obviously I went to a lot of social gatherings, obviously I was involved in all these extracurricular activities, and I always had a life, and at the same time still, personally, I noticed, many times, you know, men are men and women are women, and we have desires, intimacy. We're aware that we're supposed to reproduce, you know, and have offspring and have children and have a family and stuff. So, you know, it's kind of shaky, especially early on, especially before you awaken and before you grow and establish yourself more. It can be kind of shaky. So I guess that's what this whole porn stuff is like, I don't know, people, paid actors, I guess, out there putting it online, and like, for me personally, yeah, of course, you get a rush, you know what I'm saying? You get a rush, you get a real fast thrill, excitement, and you get yours off or whatever for men and women. And then, after that, it's like a crash in a way. You know what I'm saying? People can say whatever. People can say they feel relaxed. People can say this. People can say that. I'm just sharing the truth, okay? The truth that I have to offer. And for me personally, like, yeah, you know, it's maybe real quick and stimulating super fast, but after that, it sucks because you feel robbed. Whenever you go out in public, you feel different. You don't feel as maybe confident or whatever to go and speak with, the opposite sex or anybody, because you still kind of, you don't gotta be so hard on yourself. To each his own. Do whatever. Do whatever. I'm just speaking a unique truth. That's it. Okay. Do whatever. I'm just sharing a unique truth. Okay. When you go out into public, you know, maybe they don't even know what you've been doing or whatever, but at the same time, like, you deep down feel, well, literally your energy has been robbed from you, from your organs, your reproductive system, you know, and it goes through a process to produce that again. Just like everything else, we have fluid levels all throughout our body. Fluids for our eyes, fluids for our reproductive organs, fluids to sweat, fluids, everywhere. We have, it's a very, a very intricate, amazingly beautifully built system comprised of many systems within us: digestive system, reproductive system, you know, circulatory system, immune system, etc., etc. So it's a lot of different stuff. It's depth, it's layers. And just like a car, just like an oil change, for when you run out of oil, your car starts, running rough because it needs oil. Or just like when you run out of coolant and it's real hot outside, and your car starts to overheat because you're out of coolant, you know? And basically it's just like you feel robbed because, one, on a deeper level, all you really desire is just to be with that one, or to be with, you know, amazing, beautiful, loving energy. But then when you're alone, you know, you may feel some type of way, and then boom, it's gone. And you realize, hey, that might have been just a sign for me to work on myself, to heal myself, so I'm not just dispersing my energy away. Like, you realize the sacredness of it. And honestly, it takes maybe for you to go vegan, to be real, to understand it even more so, because when I wasn't vegan, you know, things were going a lot faster, and you're not as conscious, you're not as aware, you're not as sensitive towards things. But then whenever I went vegan and I got into relationships, I didn't really have a need to watch porn. I'll keep it real though. Maybe two handfuls of times out of maybe the whole year or so, whenever I got into massive arguments and conflicts and on bad terms and rough, hard times, two maybe two handfuls of times, 10 times or so, for over a year, maybe a year and a half, I had watched porn. This is just to be keeping 100%. Going through hard times, toxic relationships, conflicts, arguments. Just like a roller coaster. Some days it's amazing, love making, and then the other days it's like y'all, it's like World War Six. Like, there's no, no matter what you're doing, you're trying to just have a peace and have a peace treaty and talk things out, work things out, whatever, and it's just not happening, and it just keeps getting held over onto the next day and the next day, and that's how passive aggressive behavior continues, and that's a vicious cycle. But I'm saying, like, probably like 10 times or so while I've been in a relationship, ever since I did go vegan, and these relationships it's been about a year and 2 months, a year and 3 months, total accumulatively, I'll say that, with true, real love, intimacy, romance, whatever you want to call it, post-vegan. So I had a period of time while I was vegan, obviously, that I was still single, trying to chase, trying to get the right one, and it wasn't working. And then finally, when I let go, it just came, and that lasted for over a year, with combining, with the totality of both love. Now I'm alone again. But it's just like, what I've noticed is just that, yeah, I really didn't have a need to do that, because you're already with your partner. You know what I'm saying? You're already with your lover, your wife, your girlfriend, your husband, your boyfriend, whatever you want to call it, so you don't even need to. But it's just like, I noticed in times that, there was a lot of anger, a lot of lower nature behavior, a lot of, like, just, stuff surfacing, just shakiness, fragile waters, whatever you want to call it. No relationship is perfect at all, but you know what I'm talking about. All relationships have some type of conflict, some type of dispute, some types of ground that they can help even out together, and this is different. But I'm just being 100% honest. In some of my most hardest, darkest, alone times, whenever I had to just withdraw myself and go alone, no lie, I actually did masturbate maybe a handful of times, a handful or two handfuls of times out of this whole time because, you know, things weren't happening there. And it wasn't even all about sex with the relationship, too. You know, it was much more deeper. And because, like, you're not getting that love because, things aren't working out, even if it's over something silly and it's not even that big of a deal or whatever, you know, you're like, man, and you just want to let that energy go, and then you do it and you feel relieved. It feels awesome, but it's only a few seconds. And it was like, wow, all that testosterone, all that power, all that sexual energy is just gone, and you feel some type of way. You feel kind of, well, you feel however you want to feel, I'm just saying the stats and science doesn't lie, but you do, you definitely don't need to anymore. So that's why I noticed when I got into the next relationship, I didn't ever do it. I did like maybe once or twice, to be honest. That's it. Once or twice, to be honest with y'all. And I'm just keeping it 100% for real. I ain't got nothing to hide, nothing to lose. I ain't no perfect man at all. At least I've stopped. Because I know there's some, I remember back in the nerdy days, I'll be researching to see if other people watch porn too, back then. And, I would look at all these threads and articles and, just talking with people on Xbox, all this nerdy stuff. And people would be like, oh yeah, I jack off like 50 times a day, and people were actually being for real about this stuff, like in the threads and stuff, like people really over abuse sacred sexual energy and masturbation and all porn and all that stuff. So I was nowhere near there, but still, that way back in the day before I went vegan, I was, to be honest, watching porn pretty consistently, to be honest. Not so heavy that it was destroying my, you know, academics or just evolution, but it was taking a bit of a toll. And obviously, there is no coulda, shoulda, woulda. But definitely, if I had known that, I that's something that I had the opportunity to change. But now I know better, so I'm doing better. But anyways, like I said, especially after I went vegan, the amount of consumption of porn and masturbation, everything plummeted. It went from 80% watching it to now, you know, 1% or 2%, whatever. Like, I don't even do it no more because it's like the main reason why I'm speaking about it is because it's like the principle behind it. So personally, what I desire to have love. Obviously, working on loving myself first. So what else does that translate to? Love from our complement, from our divine reflection. Nobody in a relationship truthfully wants to see their partner watching some other people have sex. No relationship partner wants to see their partner or even think or visualize something evil, some type of thoughts that don't serve them, cheating, lust, rape, all this stuff. Nobody wants. That's very sick and cruel thoughts, to have, because when you're in a relationship at a true, loving, mutual agreement, a love relationship, one on one, y'all are on the same page, and y'all communicate everything truthfully, 100% honest, and y'all appreciate loyalty and faithfulness and all that stuff, so of course it would hurt, of course it would sting, of course it wouldn't be cool to be doing that, with someone else physically, or even to be watching it virtually, Another reason is just like, you feel like it's our sacred energy, sex energy, sperm, whatever you want to call it for men and whatever it is for women, like that's energy, you know. You can feel it, especially whenever you go vegan. Obviously sometimes you may get aroused by watching porn, or maybe sometimes randomly you're just walking out in the sun, out in nature, or you meditated with some herbs or something, and you feel good, like your circulatory system is feeling good, and your glands feel more relaxed and relieved, and you may have, you know, great blood flow, and you may feel aroused or like in a sedative type of way, but then at the same time you're aware you can use that energy for speaking, for recording just a regular video like I'm doing right now, just a normal vlog, diary, helpful video of truth, Nothing else going on. You know what I'm saying? That, or you can use it for exercise, for weightlifting, sports, all that stuff. And then don't, whenever you lose that, you just throw it away foolishly. You gotta wait for your whole body to reset, and your body is not a machine. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes a natural time. You don't just force a tree to grow. You know, a tree takes time to grow. Fruits take time to grow. You don't just put a seed in the soil and boom, abracadabra. It just, the same seed just spurts up into an avocado tree in a second. No, we're not there. That's not happening. Okay, nature is a process of time. Same thing with babies. It takes around 9 months for a woman to carry a child. 9 months, give or take. You know, around then. So that's the same thing with our body and everything. And what I learned, it just helps to let it go. Of course, I'm always going to be infatuated with the beauty of women, and at the same time, I'm ascending and transcending and just rising higher and higher and enjoying this high vibration, high frequency, higher nature that I am embodying, and I'm embracing this amazing freedom eternally that I have to be myself forever, So I'm just sharing with y'all with that, this helps. It feels a whole lot better. Your mental health feels so much better too, because then when you go out in public, you're not paranoid. You're not thinking, all this thoughts. Like, to each his own, do whatever. I'm just sharing what has been helping me, okay? Nothing's set in stone. I'm just sharing truth of what makes sense and what helps me. We're supposed to study our own self first. That's what self-love is. That's why we got to have the greatest relationship with ourselves first, to know what we need, what we want, what we like, what works for us, what doesn't, just to know ourselves, Like me, I'm always desiring to have a gallon of water every day. That's just a fact. I will need a gallon of water every day. That's just common sense. And the rest, we can figure that out. You know what I'm saying? I've gone days without eating. You know what I'm saying? So long as I at least have water, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying about that. But it's just, just on deeper notes, you know, people want to have love. People want to have something deep, something premium, something exclusive, something that's high, top quality, specifically catered just towards you, not to the whole masses, because sex is an intimate, deep, romantic thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a sacred thing. It's supposed to be to create another one of me, just in a whole another way. Not another me. Like, there's no other person like, there's no another energy like me. You know what I'm saying? Sex is used to produce a family, a child. And I know some people may be like, oh, you're so uptight, you're so perfect, you're so this, you're so that, you're so strict. No, I'm not. I'm just keeping it real. I'm keeping it 100, okay? Like, to produce a child, to have a baby, this and that, like, I'm not saying there has to be no fairy tale, this or that, but at least have respect and compassion enough to get yourself ready for that, I'm no saint. I don't have it all figured out. I'm no perfectionist, but it's just like how I'm seeing, how I will have and grow with my family is having beautiful love, loving connection with the woman who I produce children with. And we raise the family together, day in and day out, no separation, we're there every day for each other, every second, saying, waking each other up and, going to sleep with each other, that type of family vibe, a happy home. So both people got to stay on the same page. There's not supposed to be no games going on. You have to understand the principle of creation, and that's what this whole thing has helped me out with, because, whatever, porn stars, be porn stars. Let them be, you know what I'm saying? But just do what makes sense for you. That's all I'm saying, okay? Because it's like, you learn that real life women aren't like porn stars, you know what I'm saying? If you want to be a porn star, if you want to go out with porn stars, go do it, I'm just saying, like, for me personally, in the lane that I'm going in, I'm living a life free from distractions and porn. So I'm desiring to have children. I'm desiring to be successful. I'm desiring to do something different, to not sell my soul just like this. 'Cause you gotta think of the long run. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think of the long run. So like, you gotta think in the long run. That's all I'm saying about life. And that's what I'm saying about this whole thing. To each his own, do whatever. You can watch porn. You don't have to watch porn. You can do whatever you want. I'm just sharing the facts that's been helping me up to this point right now because I notice, yes, you get an amazing rush, amazing drive, amazing thrill, excitement. You feel great, and then boom, no more energy. Your soul is literally dispersed and gone, you know, and deep down you do desire to share that with your true one, to actually have a family with, and not just, oh, cut, next scene, cut, take, none of that. No, but to actually, for real, for it to be the real one, you know what I mean? Because sex is a sacred, intimate thing, and it's an enchanted thing too, you know, to produce a child, not just to be all over the place, not just to be buzzing around over everyone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I personally value and love and find it super attractive, you know, as a woman can preserve herself. Plus, the natural law is self-preservation for nature. We're supposed to preserve ourselves, our sexual energy, etc. But I also find when a woman is able to preserve herself very attractive too. A woman that's not out here sleeping and having sex with every guy, all day, every day. I'm just keeping it 100% real with y'all, just keeping 100% real with y'all. I know people got pasts. We all got pasts and stuff, I'm just saying, I'm just keeping it real, because it's like, I always love to have a deeper connection and not just to be someone on the side, not just to be another French fry, not to be another number, not to be another number, not to be another, you know, little emoji or something like that. Nah. I came here to be a king. I'm here to be a king. I'm here to be prioritized. I'm here to be the one, the main course, the whole meal. That's me. I'm the salad, the entree, and the dessert, and the drink. I'm all of it in one. And I'm here to share that at least with my divine reflection as a woman. That's it, you know, and have a family with her. At least I can have that. And I'm going from there on. I'm building from that. Whatever else is supposed to grow from this, it grows. But at least I'm worthy of that, of that simplicity. So, anyways, y'all have an amazing day. Eternal Authenticity signing out.